Hello friends and family, welcome to another video analysis for Forex market, for the week of May. Today is 31st, all the way to the following Friday. We are going to start doing the analysis. I couldn't do a mid-week video. But I'm gonna probably start doing once a week and add a few more pairs to the analysis. We're gonna start right away. Before that, I just want to let you know that I'm using the triple arrow system, and it's a tool that I use for Confluence. I do my analysis. I do my top-down analysis for any pair, and the triple arrow helps me for Confluence or verify, if a trade is good or bad trade, because there's good trades and bad trades. So we're gonna start, and I've been doing for the last 2 weeks the few pairs. I included Bitcoin and gold, so we're gonna check them out again, because I know there's some traders that are continuously trading Bitcoin and gold. Excuse me, not do too good from my voice. That's why I couldn't do it in the middle of the week video, also because of that. But let's get it going. I'm gonna leave. If you're interested in getting this indicator, the triple arrow system is a very, very good indicator, very well and responsible company. I recommend it 100%. I'm going to leave the link below the video and the description if you want to buy it. And if you send me, a screenshot that you bought it, or with my link, I can help you a little bit extra on how to read it correctly, how to use the tool correctly, and you'll get a lot more better trades, or your trade is going to change. If you're not doing too good right now, that's going to change. Okay, let's get started. Let's start with Bitcoin. I have it right here. And by the way, the last 2-3 weeks, the analysis that we've been doing are working real good. Now, when we do the analysis here in the videos real quick, I am telling you the direction of where the market, or where we're expecting the market to go in the next few days, or for the next week. That's why we go from daily 4 to 1 hour, because we need to know what's going to happen next, pretty much, or the probabilities, right? But I always, do my top down. We're still going in on an uptrend in Bitcoin, or the major trend, I will say. On the 4 hours, we got triple arrows right here. That's a signal for us automatically that we need to go. Oops, excuse me. Then we need to go down. We got the triple arrows right here. We get rid of that one. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we're looking for sales, pretty much, or to sell it. Although the major trend is up, right? But we want to know what's going to happen this week. So this week, let's look for sales. But you're gonna have to look for those sales on maybe in the 1 hour, or even 30 minutes. Okay, so make this a little smaller. That's 30 minutes right there. We already have triple arrows on the 30 minutes. We already have triple arrows on the 1 hour, and we already have triple arrows on the 4 hour. Okay, so it is possible to or it's a good idea to look for sales. And what can trigger you to do that? Well, we already started coming down. By the way, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think I raised the mark, but I was saying all the time that this market and the Bitcoin that is going to go, and I still think it's going to happen in this area over here, anywhere in that area over there. Okay, so we'll see. Although that obviously the market is giving us this sideways movement that is contracting correction. I know you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this week, pretty much, if we see a break over this line right here, or even let's say that line right there, if you see a break retest, that was the end of the correction right there, pretty much. But if the market decides to come down, it's a bigger chance that the market pretty much is going to go and visit this area over here on the Bitcoin. Talking about the 7,000s, 7,500, 7,500. Okay, so that's just a possibility. So let's go to the 1 hour, and what you can do, I don't know if you have the triple arrow system, but one thing you can do, it's you already have triple arrow, so we got the okay to go. You can also put a trend line like this at the last lows, low, and it looks like the market is probably going to retrace a little bit this week, and then hopefully if it breaks that low, if it breaks that trend line, then you can enter or you can sell pretty much Bitcoin at this point, if that happens. So we're probably expecting a little move up. Got the market right here. And like I said, there's two possibilities. This is one, and the other one is that the market can break up also. Okay, that's for Bitcoin. Let's do gold. So we're still in an uptrend, although I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that it's kind of dangerous to keep buying it, because the market, it's already, if we look left right here, I'm gonna make it a little smaller so we can look left and look for resistance. For definitely we are in that area right there. All this area right there is it's a sell zone pretty much. But if I go to the lower time frames and see the 4 hour, we already have triple arrows. So I will look for a sale in the 1 hour. So put the swing in a 1 hour like that. Put yourself a trend line. Wait for the break of that trend line. And if you have the triple arrows, wait for your triple arrows anywhere in this area. Maybe it might go higher, or it might break that area right there. So it's a good idea to do it to wait for sale on the gold for this week. So sales on the gold, at least for the first part of the week. Let me add another indicator that we use also. We get this one. I forgot to add it. I use it too as a confirmation and confluence. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Okay, so that's for gold, GBP/USD. Speed it up a little bit. We're going in an uptrend. this is a pullback. So that pullback, it's all this point right there. On the 4 hour, we already have a buy signal with the triple arrows right there. Let me make it a little bigger. We're right here. We went up, we came down, went up, came down. Now, I'm gonna give another tip for the triple arrows owners, which makes it real good. If you know that we're going in an uptrend, and then you have the 4 hour triple arrow right here, every time you get a pullback, you prepare yourself to buy again. Put yourself like a nice trend line like that, and then the triple arrow is going to shoot to this signal right there. So what this signal is telling you, it's pretty much telling you that this trend line has been broke. So with this candle right there, so your entrance will be at the beginning of this big candle right there. This is a 4 hour, so you get enough time. Excuse me. So what did that means? As long as we don't have a big arrow up here, we keep buying it. So what did that means again? There was another pullback right here. I'll probably mark it kind of like that in general. You know, maybe here. And then you got that arrow again telling you that that pullback trend line was violated again. Okay, so the signal showed up in this candle, so you will buy it right there. This candle, you buy it right there. You put your stop loss, you know, below here, and you keep buying it. And this can go for a while. All depends, you know. Okay, so obviously in the 4 hour, once you see the white arrow over here, then you got to be very careful. No more buying, because it's gonna do another, maybe a bigger pullback than the smaller ones right here. Maybe it's gonna do one that is gonna come down like that. So but on the 1 hour, although we have a white arrow right there, I say you can still buy it one more time, but that's it until that pullback gets completed again. Okay, so that's GPUSD. Okay, daily, obviously we're going up, and you see what I mean again. Major trend going up, triple arrows on the 4 hour going up. So this is one trade right there. Then you get out the pullback, and you're gonna wait until this pullback, its trend line is broken, and it's gonna give you the signal right here. This is the little arrow. We got yellow arrow, little arrow, and the white arrow, or the big arrow, excuse me. It doesn't necessarily have to be white, because different traders use it different colors, but it's the big arrow, the little arrow, and the yellow. Those are the triple arrow system. So it came out here again. That was a buy. But if you try to do it again right here, you got to be careful, because you already have a white arrow, meaning that it's gonna either reverse, or it's gonna do a pullback, which the bigger chance is it's just gonna do a pullback. So wait for that pullback to be done. Wait for the little arrow to give you the signal, and you go into the market again. Okay, USD JPY. We are in an uptrend, so we're looking for buys. We don't have a buy on 4 hours, and that buy on the 1 hour already took off pretty much. So that happened Friday. I remember this trade because I took this trade. Yeah, I took this trade with this candle right there, and I got this 2 or 3 candles right there. What is the best thing to do here? One thing you can do, because we're still going in an uptrend, wait for this retracement to be done, and then wait for a blue signal in this area. Once the retracement is done, you can mark that retracement, because retracements can be sideways, right, or it can be a sharp down. It can be sideways like that, retracement, or it can be a sharp coming down like that. But either or, just wait for that signal after that retracement is done to buy. Okay, let's go to USD CAD. USD CAD, we're going in. We're looking for sales. We don't have a sell on the 4-hour, and we don't have a sell on the 1-hour. So what can we do here? Okay, the best thing to do in the USD CAD is obviously 4-hour. It's gonna start a pullback pretty soon. It's gonna start pulling back. Okay, so you can trade pullbacks, but limit yourself as far as the amount of pips. For example, maybe we had a white arrow in this area before. By the way, the white arrow it's gonna recalculate, it's gonna repaint, and it's totally okay, because you know what you're doing. So you know that, okay, I might trade this, I might buy it here, but I gotta be careful, because I know that the big trend is coming down at the end of this point right here. So what happened? Let's look at this a little bit closer. It happened several times in this area here. You had a white arrow, you got a little arrow and a yellow arrow. You probably bought it, and then you wait for this retracement to be done. So that's the new thing that I'm showing you guys today. Okay, retracement to be done, then I wait for my signal in the middle of the smaller, pullback. Then I go into the market for a few pips only. Okay. I don't know if we got a white arrow here. Maybe not. Maybe in the lower time frames, you had a big white arrow right here. And let me prove you that. Okay. Let me put a circle right here. And we're gonna find that circle, because remember, our main trend is coming down, major trend. So what I want to do is sell. So every time a sell presents itself, I'm gonna sell it. 1 hour. Let's see if let's look for that circle. Oh, look at that right there. So in the 1 hour, we did have a triple arrow, and we had the signal to sell. So what do? We sell it, and this is a good trade. Okay, and if you're patient enough and you sell something like this, you're not gonna get out of the trade until you see a white arrow showing up. White arrow, it probably showed the first time here, maybe here, but you already have some pips. But if you hold it all the way until you get until a trend it's broken, those are a good amount of pips. Let's say you enter anywhere around here. Those are 320 pips in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so that's a possibility right there for USD CAD. So what are we doing for USD CAD anyways? You can buy it, just be careful. Just go for 20 to 30 pips when the opportunity shows up on the USD CAD. On the odd USD, one day we're still going up. We're still moving up. So on the 4 hours we already have a white arrow opposite, so that can mean a pullback. So it's going to start a pullback. If we go to 1 hour, we don't have the little arrow yet, but just be, if you want to sell it for a few pips only, 20 to 30 pips, and that's it, because you're going against the trend in this case, or the major trend. Okay, and the last one we're going to do is a Euro GBP. Okay, we are going in a downtrend. We're in a big pullback right here. The best thing to do if you're, a very patient trader, I would wait for this to have the triple arrows, and I would go into the market, because this is I'm waiting for this trade, because this trade is going to be a very productive one. Look, it came out here, and then it has a possibility to go all the way over here and all the way over here. What are we talking about? We're talking about 356 pips here and 750 pips to the low. And it can happen, it can start happening maybe this week. If you look at candlesticks, look, that's a very, very good sign also, when you have a rejection like that. But it doesn't mean nothing, we wait for the triple arrows, wait for our confirmation. I look at different indicators, then you go into the trade. Okay, friends, so I went a little bit quicker this time. Thank you for your comments. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you have any other questions, I try to answer questions in the comments. Obviously, I want to have regular comments that make sense about trading, or any tips you need to learn. I can help you. Thank you so much. J Flores is out. You guys have a great week.